back, everyone. We are so excited to have you join us for the final 2 steps of experimentation. Last episode, my friends Mira, Nexi, and Roshan went through the first 3 steps of experimentation. Here's a quick recap. Step 1, they had a problem they formed a question about. Step 2, they did research on the topics about their question. And step 3, they formed a hypothesis based on the questions they asked and the research they did. Mira and Roshan came up with the hypothesis that plastic will take longer to break down in nature than paper. And Nexi said that large amounts of water would help plants grow the best. With my friends all having a hypothesis, they now need to move to step 4. Step 4 is performing an experiment and collecting data. Mira and Roshan have thought long and hard about their experiment. They decided they wanted to compare a plastic sandwich bag to a brown paper lunch bag. Now that we have what we are going to use, we must come up with constants. Constants are parts of the experiment that remain the same, so they do not affect or influence our data. They want to cut 3 plastic squares and 3 paper squares that are the exact same size. They're going to keep them outside for 7 days in the exact same location in the yard or garden, and they're going to check on the squares every day at the exact same time. You will notice these are being done at the exact same time and place to both plastic and paper, which is why they are constants. These constants will help us make sure that nothing outside of our experiment is changing our data. Now that we have constants, we must come up with a control. A control is what we will use to compare our experimented items to. In this experiment, we would take one of the 3 squares of paper and plastic and keep them inside. These squares are going to be protected from any weather like rain or sunshine. This will have no influence on how fast the materials will break down, making it the control. Now that we have constants and a control, we're going to set up the experiment. They have put everything outside, they have their controls inside, and they are ready to start. Each day, they're going to collect data on the experiment. There are 2 different ways to collect data. First, you can use descriptions like, it's starting to break down, or describe color changes like going from yellow to red. Second, you can measure something. This could be counting how many are there, or using a ruler to see if it's gotten bigger or smaller. One is about describing, and the other involves numbers. Mira and Roshan have decided they want to describe what is happening each day. They are going to describe any changes that they see happening to the plastic and paper pieces. Once they have collected data, Roshan and Mira are going to compare their experiment to the hypothesis they had at the beginning. This is called drawing a conclusion. They will see if their hypothesis is right or wrong. But no matter what, all data is great data. You learn from it, and that is the most important part of science. Mira and Roshan found that their hypothesis was correct. Way to go, guys! Plastic does take longer to break down in nature, thus showing that paper products are more eco-friendly. Next episode, we're going to talk about recycling. So think about Roshan and Mira's experiment when you watch this next episode. Nexi's experiment focuses on how much water plants need to grow at the best rate. What do you think some of his constants in this experiment will be? What about his control? How is he going to collect data? Well, it's challenge time. I want to challenge all of you amazing scientists to come up with Nexi's experiment and perform it. Of course, ask an adult for help, but be creative and have fun. I can't wait to see what your results are and also what hypothesis you come up with. Whatever conclusion you draw is going to be amazing because you are learning. So bye, everybody. And remember, together we can make an impact bigger than us.